Yeah, first of all, we've seen a big change in the defense industry since the Ukrainian war and the Russian invasion. So defense spending has increased massively since last year now. We see first and foremost Germany with the 100 billion special fund, which now also is materializing more and more. So our visibility on the next 2 to 3 years is very high. The programs are now defined and will flow in, and also will take Germany to around 2% defense spending of national GDP.
Let me ask you perhaps something really easy for you, because we are always talking about tanks, but you're not providing tanks, obviously. You're doing a security solution. So how is your product demand is affected also by the heightened demand for the hardware?
Yeah. So the sensor suite is a very important part of platforms such as tanks, such as frigates, such as aircrafts. We see a huge demand or a huge growth already in the last years due to the increasing intelligence which we see in the systems, and there will be further demand. We in Hensoldt in the industry, we call it multi-domain operations. That means every player in a combat battlefield has the same information at the same time, and this enables our forces to react much more better and to manage the forces much better. And we've seen also in the Ukraine that the Ukrainian forces were equipped with these systems from the US and also from us, and this enables them to withstand a Russian invasion.
Let us also look at the outlook for demand for your products, because clearly we're seeing very high demand now, but is that something which is here to stay in your view? Meaning, I mean, everybody sees the heightened sense of security?
Yes, we've guided now that we see a long, sustainable growth of around 10% per year in the next decade, and this is driven, of course, by a complete changed defense and security environment in Europe and also in the world. And this is how we look at it. So there will be a sustainable demand in order to equip our forces what they need.
Is it also that governments are seeing more need for having your products in terms of cybersecurity attacks, etc.?
Yes, cyber is of course now integral part of our warfare. We see cyber attacks, we see disinformation, we see hackers. We at Hensoldt, we have the necessary capabilities. We have some business areas such as spectrum dominance, data analytics, cyber, and here we are well equipped and prepared to help our partners with these threats.
Before the war in Ukraine, there was also criticism that you're exporting your goods sort of everywhere, also in countries which are not categorized as being like friendly. How is demand going now also in these regions, and are there export restrictions?
Of course, Germany has one of the most strict export regulations in the world. We as Hensoldt and also for the national industry, we clearly stick to them. And that means every export which is deployed to a country is closely aligned with the government.
Talking about the German government, they have installed an extra super budget ever since Russia invaded the Ukraine. Much criticism was that the money is actually not deployed. How much did you get yet?
So we see the dynamics since first half year, so the first orders came in. I also have to say I'm more optimistic than many other experts, because we see now a high visibility in the next 1 to 2 years. The programs are defined, they will flow in, and it will also take Germany to these 2% spending of national GDP. So we're quite positive on that. At the other hand, of course, we see that Germany is much more focused now on short-term procurement, and this leads to the fact that much of the volumes are procured abroad and puts national industry a little bit on the sideline. And we talk now since 2 to 3 years about dependencies, about sustainability, and this is why we urge also German government to look for a more strategic procurement, a strategic capability focus, and take the national partners on board. Otherwise, the Zeitenwende will be not very sustainable.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.